And his great compassion, you taught the immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha with Dharma, I pay homage. And his great compassion, you taught the immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha with Dharma, I pay homage. And his great compassion, you taught the immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha with Dharma, I pay homage. Sanje joda zoge jonam lo janju bado dane yapsuch. Dage jinso kebe sonam ge dola benjir sanje dubare shu. Sanje joda zoge jonam lo janju bado dane yapsuch. Dage jinso kebe sonam ge Yola benjir sanje dubare shu, sanje joda soge jonam la, janju bado dane gyabzush, tage jinso gebe sonam ge, dola benjir sanje dubare shu. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations through practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming and no going, no separateness, no sameness. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers, the one who taught this peace which is free of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all lead hearers seeking pacification, complete peace, which through the knowledge of paths, courses, or helping migrators achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession of which helps subdue and expand varieties of teachings. The one who is transformed into the reliable guide, motivated the teacher, Sugata and protector, to you are my prostrations. The one who has eliminated the web of conceptualizations and is endowed with divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who eternally shines forth the forever noble light rays, to you the Buddha I make prostrations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum desham natagato yavatat desham jayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaya swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum desham natagato yavatat desham chayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaya swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum desham natagato yavatat desham chayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaya swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation of causes as well as taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear light and non-composite, such as Nagarjuna Dharma have discovered. Finding no one would fathom this teaching in silence or retarded words. Beyond utterance, thought and expression is a perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unsees, and has the nature of space. Is object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddha, so 3 times our obeisance. The 4 seals of the Buddha's teachings. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are the nature of suffering. All phenomena are the nature of emptiness and selflessness. Transcending soul is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dhamma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha, the Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings from miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expanse of billions of eons. The Buddha does not watch the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realizations are not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of the suchness that beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries gloom. Instructions on parting from the four attachments. If you're attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If you're attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If you're attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If that's grasping, you do not have the view. Okay, I'll say the mantra 3 times. Deyata Om Gade Gade Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata. Okay. From the last 3 days to this 4th day. From what we studied the last 3 days, we get the idea that all our afflictions are rooted to the afflictions mean mental disturbance. All a mental disturbance, whatever is going within you, any form of disturbance, and the root is ignorance. And this ignorance is not your true nature. Not your true nature, not my true nature, this ignorance. It is very provisional. It is not your true nature. This is something which is acquired. And what's the true nature of your mind? If you remove all these adventitious stains from mind, like ignorance, affliction, so forth, then how does the mind behave in its true form? That is that it behaves in 2 ways where the mind is not affected by any external factors, which means that there's no room for you to feel depression, stress, anxiety. So all these, what we see as stress, anxiety, depression, so forth, these are all superficial realities. These are not your true nature, number one. Then on top of that, not only that you are not affected by external factors, which means that why depression happening, why stress happening, why the mental sadness happening, because that you expect something to happen, but it's not happening. And why do you expect something to happen like that? So that I'll be happy. So when there's not happening, then you go into uneasiness. So this uneasiness can take the different forms. If it is intense, it can be anxiety. If it is prolonged and heavy, it can be depression. So these are not your true nature. So we have to identify that your true nature is very different. With your true nature so pure and so beautiful. We have to discover that true nature. We have to know, first of all, we need to be convinced that I too have a true nature. And you're the true nature of you. And the true nature, the Buddha's own mind. For example, like Ram, the Hindu god. Is someone who I really admire. In ways that he has a young prince. Everybody respected. Look at read his biography. Everybody respected him so much. Everybody loved him. left in there. So there were so many the princes, but he was the one who was being loved by all the citizens of the kingdom. And likewise, look at Lord Mahavir. It's amazing. Very strongly into the non-violence. It's amazing. And Guru Nanak, amazing open-minded, traveled everywhere in the world, everywhere. It's amazing. And Jesus Christ, incredible courage that he demonstrated. Courage, so amazing. Out of compassion. All of compassion, he demonstrated the courage to stand for the weaker, the people. That's amazing, so precious. So look at these. For example, today we have His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Amazing, the epitome, example of compassion. We can say that Mahatma Gandhi was the champion of non-violence in the 20th century, 21st century, 21st century. And His Holiness, no doubt, can say the champion of compassion of this era. So, we all, the purity of their mind that they have, that they demonstrated, and the purity of the mind that each one of us has, there's no difference. It's like the diamond which is clean in the, showroom, diamond in the showroom and the diamond in the ditch. Both 1 kg each. Which is more expensive? Huh? Which means you are not a diamond expert. Okay, just think of that. For example, say you have a jacket in the showroom and jacket in the ditch. Of course, the jacket in the showroom is more important. Then you dump it. But the diamond in the showroom, 1 kg diamond in the showroom, 1 kg diamond in the ditch, which is more precious? Same, there's no difference. You're getting it? So if you say that diamond showroom is more important, this is why the marketing people, right? Marketing people, you are the victim of the marketing people, right? So whereas the diamond experts, for them there's no difference. 1 kg diamond in showroom, 1 kg diamond in the ditch. So His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Lord Mahavir, His Holiness the Buddha, and Jesus Christ, Ram, and so forth, Guru Nanak, and so forth. What they demonstrated, that is like the diamond in the showroom, and we are like what? Diamond in the ditch. So we see the difference. Like Jigmela saw difference. Oh, I like the showroom, right? But the diamond experts, or the Buddhas, they are the diamond experts. For them, there's no difference. You're getting it? There's no difference. So, if you know that we have this, the seed of perfection within us, then we'll be inspired. So what is important then is that we need help. Help from somebody to uncover this diamond within. So, therefore, on yesterday morning, was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday morning. What we did it? The morning we made the prostration. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami. And Sangam Sharanam Gacchami. When it says Sangam Sharanam Gacchami, it doesn't mean that it's just a ritual. It simply means that I will go with the good companions. Good companions. I need the help of good companions to help me be driven in the proper direction to uncover the Buddha nature within me, seed of perfection within me. So we all have this seed of perfection. The thing is that we need to be convinced of that. First, learn it. First, learn that. Once you learn that, then try to gain conviction in this. Don't follow blindly. First, learn this. For example, we learn E equals MC square. But if you're so adamant to say that E equals MC square, and how do you know E equals MC square, you have no answer. So gather information. You don't have to accept. You don't have to reject. You're getting it? This should be our approach. Don't accept easily. Don't reject easily. gather information, and then subject them to analysis, inquiry. And when you see that, that makes sense. Wow, that's amazing. I too have the Buddha nature. I too have the seed of perfection within me. I too have the seed of incredible, infinite happiness, right? Then you'll be inspired. Then you will put effort. You'll put effort to work to unravel this hidden treasure within us, each one of us. And this, because of this, that the Buddha was extremely courageous to stand against any form of injustices. So today, the feminists, they talk about, the feminism and so forth, but like 2,000 years ago, these discussions were totally unheard of, where the male chauvinism dominated the whole community everywhere in the world, in the West, in Asia, everywhere in the world, the male dominance was there. And that is, so usually my impression today is that where there's a male dominance, that is the indication of backwardness. Where there's male domination, male chauvinism is there, there's a backward institution, backward community. And if there's minds of the individual, there's a backward individual. So Buddha was totally against these discriminations. So why the Buddha was so strong against these discriminations? Because that he could see the Buddha nature in each one of us. Whether you're male or female, there's no difference. He could see that you have the Buddha nature. Maleness, femaleness is all about the body. The Buddha nature has nothing to do with the body. It's related to your mind. But from that point of view, we are all just equal. So because of which, we have to gain the conviction that I too have the Buddha nature. I too have the seed of perfection. Then you will be inspired. It's not that you need somebody to, say, give recognition. For example, His Holiness does not wait for anybody to give recognition. He knows that, he knows that he has the Buddha nature. He knows that as long as you are compassionate, as long as you are sensible with wisdom, you're happy wherever you go. So likewise,
His Holiness has given more than 200 PhDs by different universities.
Yes, exactly. So he's being recognized by people, but so he's not waiting for any recognition from some others, but others recognize him. So likewise, each one of us, we have this Buddha nature. And the Buddha is seeing this very clearly, not that, he was just creating his own philosophy. No. So whether the Buddha exists or not, whether the Buddha came on this earth or not, the reality is that everybody has the Buddha nature within, the seed of perfection within us. Buddha nature doesn't mean Buddhism, don't forget it. Buddha means awakening. Seed of awakening that is within all of us. And even before the Buddha existed, 2,580 years ago, and even before that, Homo sapiens existed 0.3 million years ago, Homo sapiens. So the Buddha came just late in that span of 0.3 millions, said late. But the Buddha nature existed way before the Buddha's appearance on the planet Earth. Homo sapiens 0.3 million years. Then unicellular organism 4 billion years ago. 4 billion, think of that. So even this unicellular organism that has the Buddha nature, that has as long as there's a mind. So the mind was trapped in a unicellular body. That's it. Unicellular because of the body, the mind. It is no difference between the mind of that unicellular organism and Homo sapiens. There's no difference. The mind manifests or mind behaves depending on the body. So this is the point. With this in mind, the point is that we need to gain confidence that you too have this seed of perfection within. Once you have the confidence, then your job is to, once you know that there's a treasure underneath your simple heart, the floor of your simple heart, what is your job? What's your job? Say that you have an incredible treasure, big treasure underneath the floor of your simple heart. Until you discover that, you are a beggar, you are poor. The moment you discover that you are not poor, perhaps you are the richest person. So, once you discover that there's a treasure underneath the floor, what's your job? Uncover it. Put effort to dig it out, right? So once you know that you have the Buddha nature, your job is to dig it out. And if you don't have the implements, tools, then you seek the help of the other experts to dig it out. So likewise, Sangam Sharanam Gacchami. I'm so glad that here in this group, although it's not a big group, but there's some seniors, they're helping others, helping the particularly younger ones. Yes, we require a lot of help when the health, for the younger ones, we need help. Because that the young ones, you have the capacity to grow so well, and you need help. Don't feel hesitant to seek the help of elders, particularly who have a quality of compassion, who have a quality of knowledge. Just be those who are more exposed to these teachings, philosophy. Don't hesitate to seek the help. This is very important. Okay, so having said this, let's turn to page 4. I think there are some people who are to remind me of something, right? Huh? I think how many people are there to remind me? 2. Who are there? 1? 2. Okay, first let me ask Song Yazala. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, it's always there. This verse is always there. So what is my job? Okay, what's my job? To explain this. Okay, right? This verse is always there. Okay, so my job is to explain it. Okay, now that you got some idea of the emptiness, and of course, don't feel complacent. Don't feel that, okay, I've already studied emptiness, right? I don't know how people spend like 10, 20, 30 years on this. We need just 3 days, right? I don't know. I have no idea how they spend 20 days, right? They must be chilling out, right? 3 days teaching and then chilling out all these 30 years, right? I don't understand why they spend so much years. It's amazing. We already got it, 3 days. Don't feel like that. You're getting it? Or you don't feel like that? So let me summarize what we did the last 3 days, and then I will we'll collectively try to understand this verse. So to summarize, we see that all our mental stress, depression, anxiety, and so forth, they are rooted to the ignorance. Which ignorance? Self-grasping ignorance. What is that? What is that like? That believes that everything is objectively real, right? You got. And okay, next, don't forget it. There are 2 things. One is that all our misery is stress, including, let me say, how many of you had that? I'm curious. The elders, like my age, a little younger than myself, I understand you. But then what about the younger ones? You know, those in your 20s. Raise your hand, those who are in your 20s? Those in 20s? Okay, good. Several of you, those below 30s? Ipshita? Okay, so you didn't raise your hand. I said, below. What did you say? Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Okay, below 39. Below 39. Okay, many of you, right? 40 plus, you have the experience of life. Right? 39 below. Okay. How many of you had that experience? How many of you had that experience that for no reason, either you wake up in the morning or you take a nap in the afternoon and then you wake up. You wake up with very extremely heavy heart, deep sadness. Just what our life is so gloomy. You understand? How many had that experience? Below 39. Below 39, okay. How many of you had no such experience? Raise hands. No such experience. That's amazing. Which country? Belgium. In the winter. No experience. In the winter, right? So everything's so quiet. Weather's wet, right? And dark, right? And cold. Yes. And the mind also sings. Don't want to get out of the bed. Yes. Okay. How many of that experience? And deep sadness for no reason. Reasons. Deep sadness once in a while. I guess no, never. No, I said, how many of you? Okay. So keep in mind that all these pains, including somebody directly comes to you, abuse you, insults you, and so forth, to very bad things happening to you, like loss of near and dear ones, and so accidents and so forth, hearing bad news, any form of pain, they're rooted to this self-grasping ignorance. This is reality. Reality doesn't mean that you have to believe in me. You have to first take the information, don't accept it, don't reject it. Take the information, and then over time subject them to analysis. And if it makes sense, you're lucky, right? If it don't make sense, don't just throw it like this. Okay, if there is a way out, this should be the way out. This should be the way. If there's a way out for me, if there's no way out, then what do you do? If there's a way, this is the way I need to explore more. Explore more. Brilliant thinkers, even the brilliant genius, they spend 20, 30 years on this. So why not we spend more time on this? Okay, one. Number two, if the self-grasping ignorance, if that is the ground for all our miseries, so our job is just check this out. Get rid of this self-grasping ignorance. How to get rid of this self-grasping ignorance? Anyone? If you have tumor, how to get rid of the tumor? Surgery, remove it. Self-grasping ignorance, how to remove it? Anyone? Go to Guru, please bless me. Offer some money, and the Guru blesses you, and your self-grasping is gone. Right? Many people expect that. It is impossible. So how to get rid of this self-grasping ignorance? Meditation, practice. Anyone else? Realize the reality. Awaken yourself to see the reality. What's the reality? The reality that things are empty of objective existence. In other words, let's say that, okay, you come here and you are so scared. I can see that you are very scared, right? You are so scared. You are so scared. And Sonamla, he's used to Deer Park for the last 12 years, 12, 13, 14 years, about 14 years. Sonam said, hey Dumala, raise hand, Duma. Okay, Damala seemed very scared. Sonam said, hey Damar, don't be scared. There's no elephant in this house. There's no tiger in this house. Right? Still Damala is scared. Right? Okay. So what will you do? How will you help Damala? She's scared. And Sonam is trying to help her, saying that, Damala, don't be scared. There's no tiger in this hall. There's no tiger in Deer Park campus. Still she's scared. How will you help her? Quick, to save time. Don't waste time. Hey, all right, Damala, awaken, wake up. Right? Still, what is wake up? That is what is wake up. Anyone else? How do you help her? Quick. Sharibema. Yes. Damala, please tell me, right? Sonam is being very direct. Oh, you should be scared of tiger. So Duma, don't be afraid. There's no tiger in Deer Park, right? Still Duma is scared. Sharipama is smart. So Duma, tell me, what are you afraid of? And Duma will say that I'm afraid of dengue. What is that? Dengue? What is that? No. What is the pronunciation? Dengue? Both. You're getting it? It's not that one is correct and other is wrong. Both are correct. Dengue, both are correct. Okay. So, Damala said, Damala, what are you afraid of? Shiribama is asking you. I'm afraid of the mosquitoes. I'm afraid of the dengue. Right? Then Shiribama said that, don't worry, this is mosquito-free zone. Right? Then Damala becomes, you're getting it? So, therefore, is it correct or not that Deer Park is free, Deer Park is tiger-free zone? Correct, not correct? Is it valid cognition or not? Is a valid cognition, but this valid cognition, this is wisdom, this is intelligence, this is knowledge, but this knowledge is totally irrelevant in getting rid of her fear. You get it? So what kind of wisdom is required? Tell me, what kind of, this is wisdom, intelligence, knowledge, that there's no tiger in the campus. This is a knowledge, this is correct knowledge, but this correct knowledge could not help Damala to remove her fear. So what kind of knowledge is required to get rid of her fear? Anyone? The Omar. Let's all listen to Omar.
Correct knowledge.
Listen. Again?
Correct knowledge.
Correct knowledge.
I didn't quite get the question.
Okay. The question is that the Sonam said, hey Damala, don't be afraid. Right? Okay. Say, Omar is very scared. Right? Omar, don't be scared. This is a tiger-free zone. Right? Still you're afraid. And then the Myoyi, your name? Myon. So Myon said, Omar, don't be scared. Right? What are you scared of? And Omar said, I'm scared of the mosquitoes. I may contract dengue. Right? And then Myon will say what? Yes, it is mosquito-free zone. Then Omar says, you're getting it? Okay, so which of the two is a valid, correct information? This is a tiger-free zone, this is a mosquito-free zone. Which is the correct information? Or let's say there's no mosquito at all here.
It's mosquito-free zone.
Tiger-free zone is not a correct information?
It's correct information.
So both are correct information, but one is not relevant to get rid of fear, and the other one is relevant. Which one is relevant?
He's calling it afraid of the mosquito.
Okay, why?
Because it's relevant to
How relevant?
my fear.
How relevant? Kate, how? So why the tiger-free zone information does not help you, and why the mosquito-free zone information helps you? Why?
I'm afraid of mosquitoes, and the knowledge that there are no mosquitoes here will help me to get rid of the fear.
Okay, how many agree with Kate? Resents? Good. In other words, what Kate is saying is that the knowledge that is required to get rid of a fear, that knowledge and the ignorance, these two should be directly in opposition with respect to the object of apprehension. You're getting it? Let me repeat it. The wisdom required for you to get rid of your fear should be directly in opposition, in opposition with the ignorance with respect to the object of apprehension. Ignorance says that things exist objectively. So the wisdom should tell you that there's no objective existence. This should be directly in opposition with respect to the object of apprehension. What did it say? Ipshita. Ipshita, this brilliant girl is in some other realm. I can see that.
Exactly what we were from in my understanding, the source of misery, that is the objective exists.
The belief in objective existence
Yes.
must be counteracted by the wisdom to prove that this is wrong. Good. So the wisdom and the ignorance, these two should be directly in opposition with respect to the object of apprehension. Let me repeat it. The wisdom that you're going to cultivate should be directly in opposition with the ignorance with respect to the object of apprehension. Okay. So now, what we learned is that the ignorance is responsible for all our problems. Okay, tell me, how many of you have problems? Raise hands. Including myself. Right? How many of you have problems? Raise hands. What's your name? Micah, right? That's amazing. Micah has no problem. I see, you're always smiling. There's an incredible, amazing smile there. It's a smile of joy. You have no problem. Not sure. Never.
I don't like to call it a problem, but more an opportunity.
That's good. Okay. What others take as a problem for you is an opportunity. Are there some instances? Are there such instances which you call as opportunities, others call it suffering? Many. Maybe no. You're not sure. But you said these are opportunities. They're opportunities? Many opportunities?
Opportunities to learn something from my
Exactly. Many? One? Good. It's not maybe. There are more than one. That's for sure. Good. Okay. So let's say that these problems that we have, and don't expect that by seeing emptiness, instantly the pain will go away. You meditate emptiness, the pain instantly goes away. There's not a magic. You're getting it? Say even the tuberculosis, which is purely physical. You take the tuberculosis medicines. You take them, don't expect the tuberculosis to go away the next day. You're getting it? So, because that tuberculosis is a form of a deep ingrained disease, illness. And this self-grasping ignorance is incredibly a chronic disease, which we had since time immemorial till now. This is a chronic disease, self-grasping ignorance. We can't expect to get rid of this overnight. So, what we have to do is that if you really don't want that to happen, and how many of you are concerned about yourself the next 5 days? Next 5 days, I should be careful. Next 10 days, right? I must make sure that I get food. Raise hands. Next 10 days. Okay, after 10 years, right? I should prepare everything that I have. You cannot prepare. At least 10 days we can plan, right? Okay, so you see that the next 10 days is real. I should not have suffering. Reasons? If I talk about after 20 years, okay, something will happen. But 10 days after, you will not say something will happen. You see that's very real. You're getting it? So how many you see the next 10 days is so real? that I must make sure that my bus ticket, my flight ticket, they're all well taken care of. How many of you made sure that these are well taken care of? Raise hands. Okay, how many of you see everything's an illusion? Where the last minute I'll work on this. If Shita, right? Last minute I'll work on this. If I don't get it, who cares? Right? Okay. So we see that and then when you talk about the next life, many people will be blocked from thinking of this because that they could not visibly see what is next life. For example, we are like a small child. A small child, say, 3 years old. 3 years old, you have to go to school or not? Hey, 3 years old, you have to go to school? No, in Czech Republic? No. So at what age you go to school? 6 years. In America? Preschool. You have to go to preschool. In Singapore?
Yes, preschool.
Singapore, the preschool people, they are no more busy than, other countries, the PhD students. Huh? Exactly. And they have so much homeworks. Right? Oh, the post Singaporean children, I don't know how they are brought up.
Nursery. So 2 to 4 is nursery, learn to sing and play. No homework.
Are you sure? Ah. Yes. Okay. Let's not go there. Right? Right. Sonamla gives a very beautiful picture of Singapore. Singapore is a very beautiful place. Yes, very beautiful. But we are seeing some deeper inside. Stress on small children. And he wants to paint everything nice. Right? Outside, inside, everything nice. Okay, good. So what I'm saying is that say, like a small child who simply wants to play on the ground, say 2, 3 years old, and the mother said, "Hey, I'm working for you, right? I'm all these efforts that I'm putting, these are for your PhD program." If you are just 2 years old, and the mother tells you that, what do you think? What is she talking about, right? PhD, what is PhD? You're getting it? So what I'm saying is that those people who don't believe in rebirth, it is like this, a small child who cannot see what is beyond after 10 years, after 20 years. It doesn't mean that you will not exist after 10 or 20 years, simply because you cannot see that. Likewise, rebirth, next life and so forth, we cannot see that. And of course, if you really want to go into this is it's a very exciting topic. Yet you require, to say it exists, to say it doesn't exist. In other words, to prove that is difficult. Equally difficult it is to disprove that. Let's not forget it. This is how we have to begin. Because if you begin by saying that there's no rebirth, then the complications arise. You'll find it so difficult. For example, like small child saying that, what PhD, right? Then there is PhD there. There's PhD. But for the small child, they cannot see that. So better always to begin by not accepting it, not rejecting it. And then this should be an approach, maintain an open mind, and then explore. This will take us to the real understanding. Finally, it doesn't matter whether rebirth is there or not. You have to know the reality. You have to know the reality and then act accordingly. If there's rebirth, it's very scary not to prepare for that, right? If you don't prepare for this, and then if you end up seeing rebirth, it's very scary. Okay. So with this mind, in short, what I'm saying is, if you think very seriously, this life, next life, and so forth, even if you don't want to think about the rebirth, that's fine. About like today, tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years later, for example, in the Gaza, Israel, that war, say like September, September, August. It was so quiet, peaceful, everywhere, the families. I've been to that place. And the children, they're playing. And suddenly, everything changed. Suddenly, there's so much of trauma, the fear. It's just pervaded the whole place. We cannot think that, what is happening today, so peaceful here, sunlight, good food, right? And we can't expect that this will happen, this will be the same for the next 10, 20, 30 years. We never know what will happen tomorrow. Earthquake, we never know. Earthquake magnitude 7, 8, 9, finished. Everything will go to become rebels. So the point is that these are the realities. We're not to live in the world of illusion. We have to see the reality. It may happen. It doesn't mean that it will happen. It may happen. So, if it does happen, then what is the mental state like? So painful. So this pain, do I like it or not? I don't like it. Is there a way to get out of this problem? Yes, there's a problem. How to get out of this problem? So first identify the root cause self-grasping ignorance. So just get rid of the self-grasping ignorance, then the fears will all be resolved. So how to get rid of this self-grasping ignorance? To introduce a wisdom which is directly in opposition with the ignorance pertaining to the object of apprehension. Okay, let us say this again. This is extremely important for us. Even to say this is so meritorious on our part. Same, if you don't want the suffering, we have to get rid of the root of the suffering. That is self-grasping ignorance. How to get rid of this self-grasping ignorance? By introducing the counterforce. What is the counterforce? The wisdom which is directly in opposition with the ignorance with respect to the object of apprehension. What does it mean by that? It means that ignorance, what does it believe? It believes things to be objective real. Now the wisdom should tell us that the things don't exist objectively. Things are empty of objective existence. So ignorance says, yes, things do exist objectively. And the wisdom should say that things don't exist objectively. So this is how we need to introduce the wisdom. Okay. So once the wisdom is introduced, and then once you get some glimpse of what the wisdom is like, it will be good for us, you, myself, not only you. If I don't want suffering, although I teach this, I have to apply this myself on a daily basis. Just to take a dose of wisdom of emptiness. Just take a dose of wisdom of emptiness. You getting it? So when in the retreat, oh yeah, that's interesting. What is that? Out of sight? Out of mind. Don't be that, right? Ifshita, yes. Out of sight, out of mind. No, right? Right? You understand what I said? Yes.
So I was talking to a new beginner friend from here, and then they asked me how to do ultimate analysis. Like that is how we arrive to the wisdom of emptiness. How can we practically do it? And I didn't have an answer to him. Can you also please help?
You are from NMC1, right? NDC2.
NMC2.
NMC2, not NDC1, 2, 3, 4.
I want to join NMC.
Okay, from PhD to Masters.
Yeah,
Okay. This is a good question. We'll do that, right? We did that actually this morning. You are here this morning, right? So what do you do now? Right? Yesterday we did it. You were here, right? No. So who's that guy? Huh? Tell the guy to advise you to be regular. Right? And then you can teach. You're getting it? Okay, we'll do that, don't worry. Okay. What was I saying?
Like the wisdom and ignorance out.
Huh?
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, of mind. We need regularly. Take a dose of the wisdom of emptiness on a daily basis. Just a dose, right? If you cannot do really the deep meditation emptiness, don't worry. Just go into empty, look at yourself in the form of atoms. And where is Ipshita? None of the atoms is Ipshita. Where is Ipshita? I cannot see it. Just stay in this for some time. You're getting it every day. Do this. And then if possible, if you want to take it seriously, then you have to study this systematically. Systematically, this will help. This is the only medicine. This is only medicine. There are other practices. Other practices, they are more like symptomatic training, or the point is that this is ultimate. Okay, so with this, we have to take the dose of this wisdom of emptiness, that objectively nothing exists there. Okay, now page 4. Page 4. What we learn is, what we are learning here is that all our experiences or emotions, do you agree with me that all our emotions of sadness, fear, excitement, attachment, jealousy, and so forth, they're all related to the two phenomena, arising and ceasing, yes? Right? Okay. Now, when will the retreat be over? Right? When the retreat is yet to come, when will the retreat happen? Right? Means we're anticipating for the arising. Right? And when you're in the middle of the retreat, then you anticipate something new. Right? Something new. Then you said, when will the retreat end? Geshé, on 10th of November, but tell me exactly what time it ends. Right? It ends so that we have to prepare for the bus ticket, we have to prepare for the train ticket, and so forth. You're anticipating for the end. And the end for what? For the next, the arising. I have this plan, and so forth. And when you actually get there, again you don't enjoy that. Again you anticipate for the end of this. Again for the next. Okay. So in other words, our emotions are all related to arising, ceasing of the phenomena. Right? So good things arise, you are happy. Good things cease, you are sad. Bad things arise, you are unhappy. Bad things cease, you are happy. So this is how we are simply at the mercy of the external factors. Mercy of external factors means we are vulnerable. We are weak. We don't have the freedom. Lack of freedom is suffering. So, the point is how to be freed, that we should not be vulnerable. How not be vulnerable? We don't have to wait for external things to arise and cease. So, how not to wait for this, to see all these external arising and ceasing as dreamlike. You're getting it? So, in the dream, you are affected, you are vulnerable, the dream affects you. But when you see the arising ceasing in the dream, as a dream, you are least affected. That is when you gain freedom from the dream. So, how to see arising ceasing as the like dream? Okay, so 1. And also that you see that there are 8 points indicated here. 8 points indicated. 1 is arising and ceasing, the main overarching phenomena which govern the whole universe. Arising, ceasing. Next is the annihilation and permanence. Say, we crave to have a permanent house. We crave to have the permanent useful, right? Yes, no. Let's be very honest. Micah? Yes, no. We crave to be permanently youthful. Not sure. I don't know how Micah is honest. Okay, so how many of you, to be very honest, although I don't really think like this, but this is something instinctively coming in me. I don't want to, somebody say, somebody age 38, and someone asks, how old are you? Right? And it was, you look like 39 or 40. Are you happy, not happy, Micah? You are 38. You are 36. Someone tells you, you look like 40. Are you 40? You happy? Be very honest. Huh? He never experienced that. Let us do it one day. And then see what is her reaction. Let us see what is her reaction, right? Okay. I say, so many people, they are like 36, and someone says, you look like 37. You feel so hard, angry, right? Mentally just feel so low, right? I'm so old, I'm not 37, I'm 36. This person see me, I must be looking so old, right? Some people very direct. Say, you're 36, and some first you ask, how old do you think I am? I say, you look like 37. Oh, this much, you see me as very old, right? So look, this is your impression, right? It makes so sad. So, the point is that, in other words, these are the indications that we want to be youthful forever. Yes? Be very honest. Right? Yes. If I show you the photograph of what you are going to be like after 20 years, you're getting it? No, you don't want to see that. If I were to show you the photograph of what you are going to be like after 30 years or 20 years, you don't want to look at it. You're getting it? This is a clear indication that deep inside us, we want to be forever youthful. We want to be permanently youthful. You're getting it? We want to be permanently youthful. But, say, craving for the permanence. And then the bad things, craving for the annihilation of the bad things. You getting it? So, number 2 is annihilation and permanence. And then coming and going. Good things should come, bad things should go. Right? These are craving. So our emotions are all related to that. Then separateness and sameness. Oh, it's a big problem. Separate and sameness. So Tibetans will say that Tibetans and Chinese, we are separate, we are separate, we are separate. And CCP say, no, we are one, we are one, we are one. Right? And we were fighting. Right? And in the family, joint family, right? The parents say, no, we are all one family. And the children say, no. The children have this, they say 4 brothers, 4 sisters. Okay, usually in the joint family, usually the sisters, they go out, right? Brothers, they stay, and they create all the problem, right? Brothers have their own wives, and then the 4 wives, 4 sons, right? And then the sons, they don't want to be together. They will say, we are separate. And the parents say, no, we are one. And the parents, so much a problem that the sons are not getting along well. And the sons are so much in problem because the parents force them to be together. Right? Again, there's a problem. Because of some craving for the separateness, some craving for the oneness. Some wanting to be separated, some wanting not to be, some wanting to get away from being one, some wanting to be one. All these problems are because of these 8 phenomena. So if you see that these 8 phenomena, they're like a dream. Believe it or not, if possible, try to examine in your own life. Say, in one day, 24 hours, your thoughts, your emotions are related to these 8 phenomena. Just check if it is true. And then if you see that it's very true, all my emotional states are related to these 8 phenomena, then when you see that these 8 phenomena, they are the nature of emptiness, they are like dream, the basis for our emotional stirs will stop. Okay, so it says that, now reading, in dependent origination, the reality is everything is the nature of dependent origination. There's nothing independently real. There's nothing independently real. So everything is dependent originate. There's no absolute reality. There's no objective reality. In dependent origination, there's no ceasing, no arising. Ceasing and arising, which otherwise mark the existence of the whole universe, the cause and effect. There's cause ceases and the effect arises. Again, the cause ceases and the effect arises. Ceasing and arising, no annihilation and no permanent. No coming, no going. No separation, no sameness. Okay, if you see that all these 8 phenomena, their nature emptiness, then what happens? That your emotional stirs, afflictive stirs, they all calm down, they all settle. Then you feel the peace. Okay, tell me, who's the best teacher? Don't say my math teacher, my science teacher. Generally speaking, say, what do you think what should be the qualities of the best teacher? Huh?
Our own experience.
No. What should be the qualification of the best teacher? What do you think should be the qualification of the best teacher? Many qualities, love and so forth. Okay, love, power, and knowledge. Okay, say the say I am not interested in football. Right? Messi has knowledge of football, has the power to teach me, and also loves me. Right? But I'm not interested in this. So, is he a good teacher for me? Is he the best teacher for me? No. So what, I've given you a clue. So tell me, what do you see as the best teacher for you?
Expertise in the subject.
Huh?
Expertise in the subject.
For example, I like physics, right? But there's a teacher who's least interested in me to, be someone so good in physics. So he's not a good teacher. Anyone? Hey, over there. The lady over there, yes. Your name? Anna, yes. Yes. Thank you, Anna. Teach what I need. What I need. You're getting it? Say, I want to learn what is emptiness. To be very honest, in my life, say, I studied physics, I studied biology, I discuss neuroscience with the people, I see talk about discussion, what is the administration, and administration was one of the biggest headaches for me, right? And then all forms, but deep inside me, I'm only interested in 2 things. One is the emptiness, to go deeper into this, and the other one is how to practice universal compassion. Because so I've seen the life, and in your life we see that finally that what troubles is not external realities. External things are there, yes, but finally what attracts all the miseries is these 2 things inside: self-grasping, ignorance, self-sad attitude. So finally that makes sense. Anything, but they're all just otherwise fleeting. They will come, leave, come, leave. Even the friends. You wouldn't believe the first time we had the retreat here, right? People, how many you were here? I think even Ajiji was not there the first time. Only Ajiji, right? And I don't know whether Antonio was here during the first retreat. Yes, 2. That's it. And then even Sonam came much later. 3rd one, not the first, second, right? So look, this is how people come in your life. They leave, they come, leave. This is reality. And what will really stay with you is your good qualities. They say the compassion. You practice it more and more. And wisdom, you practice more and more, study more and more. This will stay with you. This will make sure that you are happy. Okay. Again, I don't know why I digressed. Huh? Oh, good teacher, yes. Okay, Anna. What Anna said, I said, good teacher is somebody, okay, I like these 2. So therefore, when somebody makes a request to teach, let's say somebody asks me to teach English, right? It is such a headache for me. It's so inside, it makes me feel so heavy, right? There was I think 14, 15 years ago in Sada College, I was teaching the American students Buddhist philosophy, and there was one monk one of my classmates, and he said, Geshé, can you please teach me English? So how can I say no to my classmate, right? And I said, okay. Okay means I don't like. Okay. Then he's so kind. He would say that, Geshé, just tell me any time is for you. Then I said that on the alternate days, can we do half an hour? He said, okay, fine. Then half an hour, every day half an hour. So then I asked if I can do it on alternate days. He said, okay. Then the day, no English lesson, I'm so happy. English lesson day, the morning I get up, there's some heaviness there. And the actual English class, I go there, even 5 minutes is too long, right? Then I ask, 15 minutes okay? Then he's so kind, he said, yes, okay. Even the 15 minutes, right? I don't know, mental disturbance, agitation, or the unhappiness inside is so heavy that I cannot bear it. So, closer towards the class time, I disappear. And the poor monk looking for me, right? And after the class hour, I come back, right? And then finally he gave up also. So what I'm saying is that, whereas with the philosophy, particularly emptiness bodhicitta, this is something which is so precious. I see that it's a real benefit for me. I see it's a real benefit for others. So, for this, I don't mind. You're getting it? So the real teacher is somebody who can teach me what I like to know. And what do you like? What do you want? Who can teach me most effectively what I want? What do you want? No fear. I want fearlessness and I want infinite happiness. You getting it? Whosoever can teach that most effectively, this is the best of the teachers. You agree? We all agree with Anna? Hey, what happened? Okay, we all agree with Anna, right? So the best teacher is the teacher who can teach you, who can most effectively teach you what you want, right? And what we want is fearlessness and infinite happiness. Who can teach that? Somebody who can teach us the most effectively, somebody who can teach us the wisdom of emptiness, right? And on the planet Earth, who taught this first? Buddha Shakyamuni taught it first on the planet Earth. Because if you look at the biography of Buddha Shakyamuni, say he was the prince. He could have easy access to any brilliant teachers on emptiness. But he encountered only the first two teachers. Who are they? Acharya Alarakalam and Acharya Utrega. And none of the teachers, these two teachers, they had any experience for emptiness. So, he then went in search of this and he found it. So therefore, the Buddha Shakyamuni became the first person to teach emptiness of objective existence on the planet Earth. You getting it? So, and this is what can get rid of all our fears. This is what can make our mind to flow infinitely with compassion, with happiness. So therefore, he is the supreme of all the teachers. Okay, let's read this further. Independent origination, there's no ceasing, no rising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separate, no sameness. Now look, I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers. You're getting it? Supreme among all teachers. Why he's the supreme among all teachers? Because he's the one who most effectively taught me what I want. What I want to be totally fearless, and I want to have the infinite happiness. The supreme among all teachers. In what way he is supreme among all teachers? The one who taught this peace. Which peace? This peace where all the mental disturbance stops. Where in the dream you are affected by the dreams, the nightmare. You wake up, nothing in the dream can affect you anymore. The nightmare stops. So you get the peace. So this absolute peace is what I'm seeking, and this is what the Buddha taught. The one who taught this peace which is freed of the elaborations. Meaning that all what I've been seeing, the moment I see them as all coming from my mind, all projection from my mind, nothing in this universe can affect me. Okay, this is the meaning of the, let's recite this together one more time. Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, no sameness. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme of all teachers, now one who taught this peace, which is free elaborations. Okay. Now we will turn to the text. So now we are ready for this. Okay. The text. Okay, let me read this once more. 60 stanzas of reasoning by Arya Nagarjuna. Sanskrit title, Yukti Yasastika Karika. Tibetan, Nerikwa Tuchupa, homage to the youthful Manjushri. Homage to the great sage. Great sage here refers to the Buddha, who taught dependent origination. Buddha, you taught dependent origination to take us to understand emptiness. Dependent origination, the means by which are eliminated arisings and destruction. Instead of destruction, go for ceasing or disintegration. Meaning that to see the arising ceasing, they're just like dream. They don't objectively real. How to know this? To eliminate, here it said, the means by which are eliminated. Eliminated what? Eliminated the view of objective arising and objective disintegration. Okay, so with this, that anything related to the arising ceasing will not affect your mind. Your mind will be freed from mental turbulence due to seeing things as objectively arising and objectively ceasing. Verse number 1. Those whose minds have a little typo here and there, have transcended existence and non-existence and abides no more in them. They have realized the meaning of conditioned existence, the profound absence of objectifications. Okay, so just imagine that, say, existence or non-existence. We talk about emptiness or what? Emptiness meaning of? Micah, what is the meaning of what is emptiness? Perfect. Anyone else? You learned something technical in this class the last 3 days? Emptiness equals? Huh? Emptiness, okay, emptiness equals dependent origination. Huh? Wow, hey, if you done, listen to Sangizala. So, Song is in a way telling us we should be punctual. Yeah. So he said emptiness equals dependent origination. And then dependent origination is the middle way. Then, therefore, emptiness means the middle way. You getting it? Okay. So, they say the middle way. Emptiness equals middle way. What do you mean by middle way? A way which is freed of the two extremes. The way which is extreme of the two extremes. What are the two extremes? Extreme of nihilism and extreme of absolutism. Okay. So when you speak about the extremes, the two extremes are referred to with different labels. One is extreme of nihilism and extreme of absolutism. And another label is the extreme of non-existence and extreme of existence. It also means that you reject existence. Existence here refers to objective existence. And non-existence, yes, is nihilism. Okay, so and there are several labels there. One is the extreme of nihilism and extreme of absolutism, number one. Number two, extreme of non-existence and extreme of existence. Still another label is the extreme of the extreme of impermanence and extreme of permanence. And some people also translate it as extreme of annihilation and extreme of permanence. Okay, you write them down so that you will not get confused later on when you read the other books. Okay, nihilism and absolutism. And another label is non-existence and existence. Still another label is annihilation and permanence, or impermanence and permanence. Impermanence slash annihilation versus permanence. So these are different labels of the two extremes. Okay, so the being free from the two extremes is following the middle way. Okay, so when I speak about emptiness, if you see that there's nothing really there, what is this? There's nihilism, there's not emptiness. You're getting it? So the thing is that, okay, emptiness should be a middle way, where it's not that nothing is there, things are there. So it avoids extreme of nihilism, but they don't exist objectively, right? So how do you know things don't exist objectively? Subjecting things to ultimate analysis. In ultimate analysis, things don't exist. Okay, stay in this experience. So, okay, let us do one thing quickly, and see if you get something, right? Let's say, think about somebody who you love so much. Your dad, mom, brother, sister, husband, wife, child, friend, whatever. Just think of somebody. Think of that person. Okay. How does this person appear to you? As objective real or like a dream? Of course, as objective real. And what is your emotional reaction? Say a pull is there, a pull, which we call as affection, affinity, pull is there happening. Yes. And if you don't understand what is pull, think of somebody who dislikes you, or who you dislike that person. And you can see the contrast. One, there's uneasiness there. The other, there's appeal there. So this is what is meant by pull and the push. Okay, think of that person who you love so much. And the reaction is that there's a pull there. Now, that's subject to, and given that this person appears as objectively real, how do we evaluate if the person does this objectively? Subject the person to ultimate analysis. Subject the person to ultimate analysis we'll go close with the object. First, the thin layer of the skin. Behind that, the fatty tissue. Behind that, the muscles, cartilages, the whole skeleton. Heart, the lungs, the liver, all the solid parts. None of which is this person. The blood, of course not. The body heat, of course not that person. Air, 4.6 liters air that the person breathes in and out, of course that is not that person. The space, of course not. The mind doesn't have a gender. The person is a male, person is a female. The mind doesn't have a gender. Okay. Now, all the solid parts that we see, we go even closer towards this, to see that even these solid parts, they are constituted of not only solid parts, even the blood, the air. They are made of cells. The cells are made of molecules. Molecules are made of atoms. Okay, of course the air is not made of cells, but made of atoms. Stay there. Just look at this. The person who you love so much in the form of male or female, but now you are on the atomic level. Oh, okay, where is this person? Where is this maleness? Where is this femaleness? Where is it? Nowhere to be seen. It's quite scary. Person who I feel so attached. Oh, my son, my daughter, my husband, wife, my dad, mom. Where is it? All these are descriptions of the genders. Husband, wife, son, daughter, father, mother. It's all about gender. On that level, where's the gender? Gender is just illusion. It disappears. It's just atoms. Which of the atom is the male? Which of the atom is the female? None. There's no difference. Just stay there. Where is this person who I love so much? It's my mom, dad, husband, wife, son, daughter. Where? Nowhere. Stillness experience. What is your emotional reaction? Of course, something is withdrawing from my mind. I don't know what that is. Affinity is being withdrawn. Affinity with this person is withdrawn. Seeing that this person to whom I feel so attached to, that is not really there, is withdrawn. Okay. Slowly come out. Come out as a practice. Come out. Good. So, from this, we see that your mind is, okay, in the attachment is there, your mind is withdrawing. Withdrawing means that attachment is toned down. And you see an object that scares you, the fear also is toned down, the fear dissolves. So, there, your mind feels, in true sense, your mind feels a calmness. It's so precious. Okay, good. Okay. Verse number 1. Those whose mind has transcended existence, with the extreme of existence meaning absolutism, that things exist objectively, that is rejected, and non-existence, extreme of nihilism, that things do exist, but they say they don't exist. They do exist. They are not non-existent altogether, and they do exist, but not as objective real. They transcend the existence or non-existence, or the two extremes, and abide no more in them. In other words, you are in the middle way. These beings have realized the meaning of conditioned existence. Okay, tell me. The conditioned existence. This flower, is it conditioned or not? This flower exists by conditions, causes conditions? Yes. So this is conditioned existence. And same, this flower, okay, what is this object? This object is flower, or this object of empty of being flower? This object is flower, or this object is the flower dissolves, empty, which is true. Both are true. And one which is from distance, and one which is from close by, which knows ultimate analysis. And how we see the flower is object real. How we see the flower, or how the flower appears to you, is object real. Object real. Now with the ultimate analysis, we discovered that the flower is empty of objectively real. Don't forget it. So with this, what happens is that the objective reality, or the ultimate reality, which is the ultimate reality, as seen by the ultimate analysis or conventional analysis? As seen by ultimate analysis, that is the ultimate reality. So they have realized the meaning of the condition, the true meaning. What is the true meaning? Ultimate or the conventional? What is the true meaning of the flower? Ultimate or conventional? Ultimate. So what is the ultimate nature of the flower? The flower being empty of objective existence. So they have seen the true nature of this. So when you see the flower as not objectively real, your mind will not be pulled with the object. You're getting it? Okay. Same. Okay, somebody has a mobile. So your mobile is right there. Yes. Okay, let's say that you are dreaming. You're dreaming and attending a class. By the way, the last 4 days, how many of you dreamt of attending class and discussing illusion like? Anyone? Anyone? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's interesting. Many. Wow. Omar, no? Pierre? Must be dreaming about your daughter. Yes? Yes. Oh yeah, Ajikasana? No. Maybe in the dream you're meditating. Ajbamla? No. Okay. Oh, yes, Indrajitji, you dreamt of having class. Interesting. Okay, let's say that you are dreaming of attending class, and then in the dream, I lifted this up. What is this? It's a dream mobile. It's a dream mobile. You getting it? It's a dream mobile. Okay. And then you look at it, you see this is a okay. You look at it and you see this as a brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. You getting it? Okay. You look at it and you see this as a brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max, right? Okay. So in Tibet, nobody has it, Geshé has it, right? And Geshé is so kind to exchange with my mobile, right? And you raise your hand, Geshé, can I have my mobile exchange with yours, right? And your neighbor would say, your friend close by would say that, no, I already said it before. Before we enter the hall, I already told him, he promised. And then two of you have fist fight. So you have attachment to the mobile and you have anger. You are averse to the angry towards it was your friend, right? So anger towards your friend, aversion, attachment to the mobile. So this is the emotional states. So the ground is that what triggered these two emotions is the belief that this mobile is real, not just real. iPhone 15 Pro, brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. And your friend is also real. You getting it? Objective real friend there who's competing, the competitor. I won't say friend, it's not friend, it's competitor. And objective real mobile. So this is what you see, and because of this, then the emotions arise. Attachment, aversion, so forth arise. Okay. So, what's the reality of this mobile? You're dreaming. You're dreaming, and you wake up. Then I ask you, what's the reality of the dream of the mobile that I showed you in the dream? What's the reality of that mobile? Dawn. What's the reality of that mobile? Huh? Not real, right? Don't you agree? The dream mobile, the mobile that I showed you in the dream is not a real mobile. That is a reality, right? That's a reality. But the reality that you saw in the dream is that it is a mobile. You wake up, that's the ultimate reality. True reality. True reality is that there is not a mobile. There's not a mobile. This is a dream mobile. Dream mobile is not a real mobile at all. So, the waking up, you know the true reality of this dream mobile. Which is the true reality? The reality that you see in the dream or you see outside dream? Which is the true reality? Which is the true reality of the dream mobile? The one that you see in the dream or the one you see outside the dream? Outside the dream. That is a true reality mobile. So, all the conditioned things, the true reality is as seen by the ultimate analysis, not by the conventional analysis. So what the ultimate analysis sees is that this flower is empty of objective reality. This is the ultimate reality or true reality. Okay, so it says they have realized the meaning of the conditioned existence. Meaning, true meaning. True meaning of the conditioned existence. What is true meaning of the flower? The flower being empty of objective existence. That is the true meaning, ultimate meaning of the flower. The profound absence of objectification. Absence meaning empty. Objectification is objective existence. What is the true meaning of the conditioned existence? The true meaning of the conditioned existence is that things are empty of objective existence. Profound because this is so profound. You experience it, even to get there is very difficult. Once you get it, that is so profound that your emotional stress will come under control. The profound absence. What is absence? Emptiness. Empty. Of objectification. What is objectification? Objective existence. Good. Number two. First, non-existence, the source of all falls, had already been undone. Non-existence, meaning that, nothing exists. Good, bad, what is good, bad? Nothing exists. What is this? This is nihilism. You're getting it? So the Buddha, in order to save the beings from falling into a nihilism, the Buddha, they taught us how to stop ourselves from falling into nihilism. How did he do that? The Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths. Truth of suffering. Truth of suffering is not non-existent. It exists, but depends on cause of suffering. Number 2. And this suffering will not be eternally there. You can get rid of this. You can get rid of this. Getting rid of the suffering is known as cessation of suffering. And how to attain the cessation of suffering? By the path leading to cessation. Four Noble Truths are taught. And also the Buddha taught the 12 links of dependent origination. 4 links, the Four Noble Truths, in more detailed explanation, is on the 12 links of dependent origination. And 12 links of dependent origination, I think, is somewhere in this book, is it? Huh? You have seen something? Oh, is something there. What is that? Please tell everyone. Yeah, tell everybody else. No, page number. Well, Jigmel is so excited. Shall I explain it? Right? I'll be very happy if you explain it, right? Okay. So for time being, we have only 1 minute. So the page number is good enough. What's page number? 328, 320. Or 328. Okay. So if you look at it, 328. Okay. If you look at it, the wheel which the demon is holding, the demon symbolizes the impermanence of death. The demon symbolizes the impermanence of death. And this demon is holding the wheel. And this wheel has how many the circles inside? 4 circles are there. The first circle, on the outermost circle, what you see there is how many segments are there in the outermost circle? 12 segments. These 12 segments are known as 12 links of dependent origination. And the explanation is quite easy meaning that it's self-explanatory. You can read this. You can read this. So wonderful. So the Right Seating Sutta contains the explanation of this. This is extremely precious. If you get time in future, you have to study the Right Seating Sutra separately. Okay. After studying the 60 stanzas of reasoning, then you study the Right Seating Sutra. It's very easy. You're getting it? It's not that difficult. But don't think that it's like reading a storybook. Okay. So the Buddha helped us to remove the extreme of nihilism by teaching that 12 links of dependent origination operate infallibly. There's infallible operation of 12 links of dependent origination. Okay. Verse 2. First, non-existence, the source of all falls. If you say that nothing exists, you follow nihilism, then you can do everything, all the nasty things you'll do. By doing this, you end up creating negative karmas. With negative karmas, all the falls, meaning miseries, will follow. First, non-existence, the source of all falls, had already been undone by teaching, undone by the Buddha, by teaching us the 12 links of dependent origination, by teaching us cause and effect, efficacy of cause and effect, Four Noble Truths and so forth. Now, the next is what? One extreme of nihilism. Other extreme is extreme of absolutism. What's the extreme of absolutism? Anyone? What's the extreme of absolutism? Anyone?
The existence object.
The view or the extreme of believing things to be objectively existent, objectively real. Good. Thank you. Okay. And so it says, now listen to the reasoning that what's the English? Undoes? Undo? Huh? Okay, so let me check with the mic.
That's the this is correct. Undoes itself as well.
Okay, Kate, and not. Clearly, undo or undoes. No, undone is different. So only two choices. Don't go for third choice. Two choices: undoes or undo. Huh? Okay. Okay. Over there. Jitendra from yes. Region Jitendra. Jitendra, please tell me. Not undone. Undoes or undo. There's no third choice. Only two choices. Which would you go for? Here, in this context. In this context. Now listen to the reasoning, which is singular. Which is singular. He does good things. Right? He does good things. Okay, Antonology, editor, writer. Okay, no, I would say no, the rationalizing, no rationalizing. Just tell me what is natural English, Anthology. Natural English. Natural English. Not national English. How would you naturally put it? Okay, okay, what I'm saying is that, for example, if you tell me, I am a not natural English speaker, so I will try to rationalize. Language does not work with rationalizing. You're getting it? It works like 50-60% you can rationalize, but not 100%. Okay, the lady there, your name? Yes. Emily, how would you put it? No, don't do anything extra. Only two options. Unders better. Okay, good. The gentleman here? Yes. Yes. From which country? Sweden. Tell me. Unders. Okay. Now let's go for American English. Undo. Singapore. Unders. Okay. Okay, so okay, over there, the last. Yes, your name, sorry? Sally, yes. Sally from which country? US. Undoes. Okay, now America, there are two versions. Undo, undoes. Okay, Tibetan American version, right? Okay, so let's settle on undoes, but temporarily, you decide. Okay, now listen to the reasoning that undoes existence itself as well, meaning undoes existence, extreme of existence. You're getting it? Not just existence in general. Extreme of existence. What is extreme of existence is synonymous with? What is this synonymous with? Extreme of existence, synonymous with what? extreme of absolutism, extreme of permanence, extreme of absolutism, permanence, existence. Good. Eh, oh, extreme of ultimate. I don't remember having seen that word. The extreme of command. No, I don't remember. Okay, it doesn't mean that what Sonama said is wrong, but simply I don't remember that ever I saw this. Okay, it's fine. Yes, I know. It's already 10:35. Yes. Okay. Okay, now, having rejected the extreme of nihilism, now it's going to be explained how to reject the extreme of absolutism. Okay. If things were truly existent, believing things as truly existent, is this absolutism or nihilism or valid? Absolutism. If things were truly existent as imagined by the childish, so as imagined, just you underline this word imagined and give it the alternative translation, projected. Projected. Because why I'm doing this? Okay, Kate, you need a pen? Why not? No, he's here. Okay, so imagined. In Tibetan it is takpa. Takpa, I would say better projected. It has many connotations. Imagine also fine, but imagine in English, I would say from my English, imagine is little not the right there, meaning there is little light. It should have a more heavy meaning there. As projected by the childish, that things don't exist truly, and we see things objectively. Okay, pick up something in front of you and pick up something and show that to me and look at it yourself. And how does it appear to you? And how do you believe it to exist as object real or subject real? Hey, tell me. Object real. And those people who see the object real is known as? Childish. So who are childish? Who are childish? Each one of us. We're getting it. So if she are blaming ignorance is childish, not me. Right? Each one of us we are childish. You're getting it. So therefore, who wants to remain a small child in a big body? Right? You want to remain a small child? No. Made a small child, not wanting to learn more. Okay. Well, childlike and childish is different. You're getting it? Childlike and childish is very different. Don't be childish. Be childlike. Childlike is fine. Childish is a little negative. You getting it? So how many don't want to be childish? Presents? If you don't want to, then what should we do? Get away from the seeing things as object real. We have to see things as subject real. See things as empty of object reality. You're getting it? Okay. If things were truly existent as projected by the childish, what is the reason they are not accepted as liberated with no entity of existence at all? Meaning that the arhats or the Buddhas, they are liberated from samsara. They stopped all the tears of samsara. Right? They stopped all the mental stress, anxiety, depression, and so forth. And these pains are so acutely painful. Stress, anxiety, and so forth. We can get rid of these. So the arhats, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, high-level Bodhisattvas, not all Bodhisattvas, high-level Bodhisattvas, they already abandoned these mental pains. So they have realized the reality. Then if things truly exist, if things objectively exist, then the ordinary being should to see the reality in its bare form, right? Are you seeing this flower as objectively real by your bare consciousness, by your bare mind? You see this objectively real? Yes. If it exists as objectively real, then what you see is correct. What is correct? Then you see the reality as you see reality directly. So if you see the reality, you should be the Arya beings. We should be the Arya beings, not only you, me also. We should be the Arya beings. But why we are not considered as liberated? Why we are not considered? Why we continue to shed tears? Why we continue to have the pains? Because what we are seeing is deceiving us. And how do we see things as? We see things as objective real. And the reality is that things don't exist objectively. So what we are seeing is not the reality, which means objective existence does not exist. So you reject the objective existence. You reject which of the two extremes? Extreme of absolutism. Okay, we'll stop here. Tiyata Om Gade Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata